Imagine you take about 23,000 breaths in a day. But do you know that the reason behind why you keep getting stuck in the same problems again and again is hidden in these breaths? You work hard, try to change your thinking, plan. But why do the results remain the same? Because with every inhale and exhale you keep repeating your old reality without knowing it. But now is the time to break it. In this video I am going to tell you how your breath controls your situation. A 4-step breath method that will turn you from a victim to a creator, and that 0.3-second quantum gap through which you can instantly change the direction of your life. Watch till the end, because if you understand this, every breath will become your strength, not your shackles. Have you ever wondered how many times you breathe consciously in a day? The answer is almost never. Most of us live on automatic mode all day. As soon as we wake up in the morning we grab our phone. We rush to the office. We rush in traffic. Lying on the bed at night we keep going through thousands of thoughts in our mind. Amidst all this we are breathing but not realizing it. This is our biggest mistake. Why? Because when your breaths run without awareness they send out the same energy that is running inside you. Stress, fear, confusion, anger, and then we complain, why do not my circumstances change? Why do not I work so hard yet why do not I get results? The reality is that you are trying to change the outside world without changing the environment inside. Imagine the more chaos there is inside you, the more it will be reflected outside. Because your every breath is a signal. An invisible energy signature that affects every person and every situation around you. You are sending vibrations to your environment without even speaking. Now just imagine this. Every time you inhale you are pulling your inner state into the universe. Every time you exhale you are sending it into the universe. That means with every breath you are writing code. Just like a computer program does. If this code is full of fear, then fear itself returns to your reality. If this code is filled with peace, then peace returns to your life. And this is not just emotional talk. This is science. Studies have proven that when you breathe restlessly in a fast, shallow upper chest breath, your body is filled with stress hormones. Your cells emit chaotic light. But when you breathe deeply, steadily, your body emits coordinated light, coherent light, a balanced, powerful energy. Just think, every moment with every breath you are creating your reality with light. The light that is inside you is what is created outside. So now the question is, will you let your breathing continue to be restless, uncontrolled, automatically, or are you ready to take control of it? Because what I am going to tell you next will show you how this invisible breath can become the biggest weapon of your life. Have you still understood that your every breath writes a code? But the question arises, can breathing really have such an impact? Is this a spiritual fantasy, or is there a solid science behind it? So let us start with science first. Heart research by the Math Institute shows that the pattern of your heart and breath creates an electromagnetic field around you, extending up to about 8 feet. This means that you are influencing the world not just with your words or actions but also with the waves within you. And this is not all. Every breath affects every cell of your body. The discovery of German scientist Dr. Fritz Albert Popp proved this. Every cell of yours emits biophotons, i.e. light particles. When you are in balance, this light is coherent, clear, stable, and organized. When you are under stress, this light becomes disorganized and kinetic. And this scattered energy spreads chaos in your entire existence and the environment around you. Now imagine that you are not just breathing. With every breath you are speaking a language of light. With every inhale and exhale you are writing on the universe. This is my state. This is my message. Now let us turn towards history. Because what science is discovering today, ancient civilizations knew thousands of years ago. The sages of India called it pranayama. Prana means life force. Ayam means giving it direction. They knew that breath doesn't just move the body, it moves your consciousness. The Egyptian mystery schools taught that with each breath you build your energy body, the light body. They called it breathing the light body in existence. In Hebrew culture it was called ruach, the breath that connects the soul. In Greek tradition it was called pneuma, and pneuma the breath of life. Every civilization, every culture was saying the same truth. Breath is not just the exchange of air. It is the bridge between the visible and the invisible. And today's science is reiterating this. When you breathe consciously, you calm your nervous system, restore hormonal balance, and send a steady electromagnetic signal that begins to slowly change the circumstances around you. So now the question is, if each breath is so powerful, why do most of us leave it on automatic, unconscious, restless mode? Why aren't we doing what our ancestors knew? Creating reality with breath. In the next part 1 will show you how breath not only transforms energy but also connects you to your true power. So far you have understood that your breaths do not just take in and release air. They send out your inner state. They affect every cell of your body and write an invisible message in the universe. But the real magic begins when you start observing your breath. Just observing without interference. I ask you to do a small experiment now. Stop wherever you are. Close your eyes for a moment or bring your attention inward and feel your breath. The touch of air entering through the nose, expanding into the lungs, and then slowly going out. Now notice that all this is happening and you are observing it. That means you are not breathing. You are observing the breath, and at this moment something unique is happening. You have become a witness to the breath, not the one who breathes. This is the birth of the observer, the awakening of the witness, and there is a deep truth hidden here. If you can watch your breath, you can watch your thoughts. Pay attention now. You may have the sound must be going on. How long will this take? Am I doing this right? This sounds a little strange. But wait. If you can see these thoughts coming and going, are you really the thoughts? No. You are the consciousness that is watching the thoughts. Imagine you are sitting on the bank of a river. The water is flowing, sometimes slowly, sometimes fast. That water is your thoughts, and you are sitting on the bank. While watching, you are not the river. You are the witness of the river. Indian Vedanta calls it witness consciousness. In Buddhism it is called Buddha nature. In Christian mysticism it is called Christ consciousness. The names are different, but the truth is one. You are not the thought, you are the infinite sky in which thoughts come and go like clouds. And just as clouds come and go in the sky, but the sky remains unchanged, similarly you also remain unchanged in the midst of every emotion, every experience. Fear will come and go, anger will come and go, happiness will come and go, but you are the witness, always steady, calm and constant. This is the real power, because when you become a witness you shift from reaction to choosing response. Now you are not a slave of emotions, you are their master. And this is the turning point where you go from being just a person living life to becoming a creator of life. Modern neuroscience is also saying the same. When you observe thoughts without judging them, your brain starts creating new neural pathways. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research says that with just 7 minutes of conscious observation you can change years-old patterns. Imagine just 7 minutes of witnessing. It can break decades-old chains of your life. Now the question is, if so much change can happen just by observing, then what will happen when you take every breath as a witness? This is where the real revolution begins, because now you will not be just a spectator of your emotions but will become the creator of your reality. And what is the most powerful tool to activate this creator? A secret that is hidden between your every inhale and exhale. A 0.3-second door that connects you to infinite possibilities, and further we will touch a moment where everything slows down. Where there is a silence between breaths, and in that silence something unique is born. Have you ever felt that time has suddenly slowed down? Like during an accident or while hugging a loved one, there are moments when everything stops. Those moments are not just coincidences. They give you a glimpse into a deep mystery. A place where the veil between your consciousness and the universe becomes thin. Science has started to understand this. This mystery is called the quantum gap. A subtle gap that is hidden between every breath you take. Just pay attention to when you inhale and there is a small pause before you exhale, and then when the breath is completely out, and that moment before the next breath starts. These are those gaps. People think of them as emptiness. But actually they are the doors of creation. In the mystery schools of ancient Egypt, these pauses were called the silent refuge of the path. The place where the sun of creation itself stops. Indian yogic traditions considered it the highest point of meditation because when both the mind and the body stop, then the consciousness is most awakened. Because in this silence, clarity is born. This is the moment when your mind is free of the usual noise. I want to do this. I want to achieve that. All the noise stops. And when the sounds stop, your true desire, your real intention becomes clear and reaches the universe. This is not magic but the law of quantum physics. The behavior of particles changes with the presence of an observer. And when you are fully aware in these moments, your consciousness sends a signal that reshapes your reality. The more subtle this gap is, the more powerful it is. But most people never feel it because they are always running in a hurry for the next breath, the next work, the next thought. Now imagine what would happen if you learned to pause in these moments. Perhaps this is where the change you have been waiting for years begins. When you start feeling the pause in these breaths, you start discovering another secret, that your greatest power is not hidden outside but within you. We have always searched for power outside. In money, in people, in achievements. But ancient civilizations knew that the home of true power is inside. The mastery with which the Egyptians built their huge temples, the balance and purity with which the Indians decorated their temples, were not mere structures of stone and bricks. They were places where every pillar, every carving, every vibration of sound was designed to align energy. Likewise, your body is also a temple. Every bone is a pillar. Every organ is a room. But the problem is that most of us do not live in this temple. We just drag it along. We have never consciously decorated it. Never cleaned it. And that is why countless old burdens lie within us. The weight of years of responsibilities on the shoulders, the hurts and broken trusts buried in the chest, the fear of the future in the stomach, the words in the throat that could never be said. When you start breathing consciously, these burdens become visible. The body gives you signals. Sometimes tightness, sometimes pain, sometimes heaviness. It is not just physical sensations. It is your story. Every incomplete emotion, every unresolved experience, every inherited fear stored within you is all stored here. Even modern science is recognizing this. Epigenetics tells us that trauma is not just an experience. It becomes a pattern in your DNA and is passed down from generation to generation. But the beauty is that just as these patterns are inherited, they can also be broken. Every time you take a conscious breath, you are cleaning this temple. As old debris is removed, the flow of energy is restored. And when energy starts flowing freely, you begin to free yourself, not just physically but emotionally and spiritually. Imagine how much you could change if your body became completely light, open and balanced. Perhaps this is the change you have only seen in your dreams till now. Have you just seen how every breath shapes your reality? How this seemingly simple action can transform you from a victim to a creator. But now let's do a little exercise. Right now in this moment, focus on your next breath. Take a deep breath and exhale slowly. How does it feel? A little lighter, a little calmer. This is your true power. Your breath. Now make it a reality. Write just one word in the comments below. Breathe. Why? Because when you write it down, you are giving your mind a clear message. I choose my power. And when you share these words publicly, you stand up not only for yourself but also for those who are ready for this change but are unable to take the first step. This is the identity of this channel. Here we not only give true motivation, but by combining ancient knowledge and modern science we give you such tools that change your thinking, energy, and reality. So if you are not just a listener but a real changer, then this is your home. Now comment breathe. So that you are not alone in this journey. We all can travel together.